Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, time to continue some Stanley Parable. I did play a bit off camera. I got a bit of progress off camera, and yeah. So, but let's play. Oops. Oop. There. I feel Stanley Parable. It's gone now. There we go. Yeah. And I forgot that. Welcome. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Love. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Let's go. Okay. Yeah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes, it is.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on keys. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to
And then everyone disappeared. We know that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Today.
Perhaps he had simply
Future Finance Committee. On bucket. Okay, but yeah. This was.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Check left door option. Wait. Okay. I remembered as soon as I walked through the left door, which means I know exactly where it is.
What could it mean?
Blue and red room.
Stanley
I
decided
know
to go
exactly
to the
what that
meeting.
is, but we can't take the bucket with us.
The memo.
No bucket. No. No bucket. Oh, it's cold. Actually, two endings. Then, two different endings. Then we shall, of course,
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be
get the
alone
final
with
figure.
Not with the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah. Let's follow. I know where it is. First, I don't know things are really
Coming to
going.
the staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs.
Actually,
to
no.
the box's
Three
office.
endings.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of anything wrong. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
It is. It really is. The most logical explanation. The bucket knows all. The bucket, no. Actually.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
You
an
might have a
unknown
bucket.
floor.
Yeah.
It would be all Stanley could do
Have a
to keep
basket
himself
on a
together,
bucket.
if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he
It
would
would be
right.
alright.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Everything will be fine. The bucket knows
Stanley
all.
and
The bucket
walked straight ahead
feels
through
all.
the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
4 endings. 4. I got creeped out last time. I'm not getting creeped out this time.
Although this passageway
Onwards!
the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Or were we? Here we are. The end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
I don't think he
Stanley and the
cried, I
bucket
think he
led
just...
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant,
The bucket saved me.
the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Bucket
It's
gone.
a shame, the death
Where
of
bucket?
such a magnificent bucket. It's true that
Bucket-
all buckets
bucket
are radiant
disappear.
in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
My bucket! No!
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket
25
like this
buckets.
and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris
Oh,
that
I
blinded
think
him?
he counts all
Can
the
you see
buckets.
that the
No,
bucket
there's
is
one.
far more noble than
Actually,
Stanley
not.
will
1,
ever
2,
be
3,
in his
4,
short
5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26! That's way more than 20, 25 buckets. Bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Since I will never be criminal, having deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every attempt are put to death just for attempting it. I'm pretty sure that already exists. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catalonic shock for several weeks as a result of euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Bucket! Which one? Pit. There's a bucket. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring, that drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, this simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. I have a bucket. Is there inside of that bucket? The stress bucket analogy. Presented without commentary. Okay. But that is commentary. Hooray. Negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of assurance, vulnerability, the size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategy holds. But there's still some left. Empty chair. If there's another Stanley Parable game, it's going to be about chair. Hopefully. Hopefully it will be about chair. Chair is great. Chair is nice.
No man can
Okay, that
hold
creeped
a
me out
bucket,
because it
and
had
certainly
music.
not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel
Dang,
before the bucket.
It's my bucket. No one else's. It's my
So
bucket!
what's something we can do? Something we can do together, you and I, that
Bucket!
will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game.
Imagine if it was
Don't
like,
give him
but
another
then
opportunity to run
the
after the
narrator
bucket.
died
We can
after
save the world's
pleading
buckets
for
from their
Stanley.
challengers' tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take his place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision of the...
Fatality. Sudden death. Go! Round 2. Fight! Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply the good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket.
I know where all these are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I would think.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked.
It was there. Then, boss's office. Grab the bucket. To the bucket. Boss's office. Let's go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Also, after we get that, we'll go to the mind control facility for the next thing. You know. Door. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I wish we could just walk through.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Oh.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
You can't get the bucket. It's my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket
It's all
walked
mine.
upstairs to the boss's office.
That's another one.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
This bucket is life. Oh my! That's not. All Minecraft players should play this. They have very much, especially speedrunners, they have a lot of experience with buckets. Especially Dream. He has the most experience with buckets.
Stanley and the bucket
And basketball players. No, they shoot baskets. But they call them buckets.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Where's
What
fire? I
horrible
want to see
secret
first
did
fire.
this place hold? Stanley and the
over here.
bucket both wondered to themselves.
Balcony! Wait, what happens if I take the bucket down there? I don't know what happens if I go down there. Well, if I take the bucket,
The monitors jumped to
I don't think anything will
and
change.
Stanley
It.
nearly
I
dropped the
did
bucket
that,
in
to be
shock.
honest, actually.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Fire, fire,
Anything
fire,
like this,
fire,
and it
fire,
nearly
fire.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it.
Yes, fired! Oh, that one just says nothing. Okay, that one freaks me out loud. I don't even know what room that is.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No!
Had the bucket been
Not
told
the
to do
bucket!
things it didn't wish to do?
Not the
What
bucket!
does a bucket want to do or
Not
not
the
want to do?
bucket! It's too.
In Stanley's
By the way, I watched Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
Not
own
my
life in
favorite, to be
someone
honest.
else's could
Might be an unpopular
never
opinion, but
squeeze the bucket tighter. His one
wait,
friend
it says
knew
pirate right there.
At this point,
Yeah, it
he could
was
trust
too
no one
creepy for me.
Except for the bucket.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
there
yeah.
was the proof. The heart of
There's
the operation.
price.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Content.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and
Walking,
commanded from
eating,
his very
walking.
place. And as the cold reality of his past began to
car went outside.
Stanley decided that this machinery, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror.
Bucket!
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for
Why,
itself?
Bucket?
Why?
Why?
Like this. Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away
Why,
in
Bucket?
disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The
Silly.
control buttons became active again.
Backwards? Forwards.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a
I really like
controlled
penguins.
facility at all.
Penguins
It
and
was a
monkeys are my
facility for
top
monitoring
favorites.
and surveilling silly birds.
I actually used to have a penguin stuffed animal, but now I only have my original stuffed animal back there. Monty.
To disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
That looks like
Stanley
carrots.
and the bucket never found freedom
It looks like-
because they spent the rest
like
of their lives
basically just
here in
carrot.
this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the
Well, I
possible
wanna press the button
paths
till it
life could have
loops.
taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, loot. Okay, that's the end. Okay. The next thing. I said 4, right? I'm trying to think.
All of his
Oh.
co-workers were gone.
Right.
Stanley decided to
Begin the game again. It's 3 endings. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. That's kind of creeped out by this. What if I click every button? Oh, I don't know how to end that. So, on to the next ending, requiring bucket, and bucket. One bucket is needed for this.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the end
A lot of playing games over here in this direction.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Go on that
Go
way.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
I'm not following the
Now
bucket.
ride the lift all the way
No.
to the top.
I know
There's
the
something
door.
up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking.
I'm questioning it a lot.
It should have alarmed
I am
him because
leaving.
the buckets can't talk. But Stanley
Hooray.
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Says who?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Sorry, I'm bringing a bucket past this point. Okay, buddy.
The problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket.
I wonder if the next one's gonna be Super Ultra Deluxe. That would be a good name. They just keep on piling names on, and like by the time it's like stamp. There's like 11 like different titles, like just listing on top of it. Yeah. Oh wait, what if like the most chosen like is it, oh. Is this a bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Man, I can't believe we got holograms. Let's see.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I don't know about 3D print.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes, it is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
I mean,
Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But it only made me look like an idiot, so. Wait. That is absolutely a bucket.
Correct.
Of course.
This is
The tires are containing air. Buckets contain air.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
How? How's it?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't
is
a
a
bucket?
bucket?
Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Yes,
Do
confidence.
any of us know
Number 4,
what
by the
a
way.
bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on the issue, but it doesn't
Good.
change the
We're not
fact that we
buckets.
haven't got a game. So, tell you what,
No. No.
we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's
Insert
all
me turning
buckets.
into a bucket.
But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what
Crap,
that
no
is
separate
like
audio.
that
Oh well.
person.
Let's see.
All right, here we go.
Sonic boom.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make
No
it through
bucket.
them all.
Be gone. Bucket. Bucket be gone. Oh wait, no. If everything in the world's a bucket, if everything in the game is a bucket, then if I spray something with bucket be gone,
This was not
the
the
world
way
would
to
be
do it,
gone. Like
and Stanley knew it perfectly.
just
Perhaps
drills
he
like a
stop
hole.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I don't mind buying
Wow.
anything.
Yes, this room.
No.
What a but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
Have you ever
of the
eaten
door.
550 goldfish in one sitting? Might be a
Stanley
weird
was so
conversation
glad he followed
topic,
directions
but
since it
I have.
probably wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think
They were
perhaps
good.
we've gotten
They were
off
good.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure. Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else is difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... Really?
Yes,
I was
really.
in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. And there it is. The last stiggly wiggly. Savor this
The
moment,
last
Stanley.
stiggly wiggly.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for connecting.
Well, I got a haircut a
That
while
would
ago.
be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you had it.
This really sad.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But let's say. Oh yeah, let's walk through the door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Right.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier.
Anyways, begin the game again. Cause I know how that's ending. It was an old ending, so we'll need to go do that.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figures. I have to
forgot.
stop thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim in a rich...
It was fun though.
Yes, I know.
It's fun.
You've been telling a
But
story.
this very game is fun.
Please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone. I
Yes.
would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
The memory
Just
zone.
one more time.
The memories of the memories. Stanley found the collectibles. The memories of the memories of Stanley found the collectibles. The memories of the memories of Stanley found the collectibles. The memories of the memories of
Here's where it all began.
Stanley
The
found
first collectible.
the
Back then we had no idea of how
collectibles.
many
And
of
this
them we'd
still
find.
creeps
Joints
me
of
out.
thick right there on the
Okay.
screen. But how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Wait. Oh, yeah, let me... Excuse me, guys. I have grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. Much better. Ha ha ha. Yes.
And here was a second Stanley reel.
Yes.
You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse.
There we go.
You did that,
8
Stanley.
out of 6.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any
Alright.
of them, let alone
Can't
6.
fall.
But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Don't those cancel each other out? Oh, can I go to the event now? Okay, I can. Perfect.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Maybe it was this one.
No. Under the stairs was the fourth place you found a Figanli, not the third. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If
Those
Under
are-
the Stairs feels like the third place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Okay, that's for the
Let's see,
doors.
what came next? Oh yes, we found a figure in this pink room.
Ah, the pink
well,
room.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Obviously, it clearly happened. So that's how that moves. Okay.
This was the fifth mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Look at the clock. It's me, stand number 5. Yeah. Oh, push. You know, it's just subscribe thing, but whatever. Push. The narrator. The best part of the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
It does look like 8 minutes. I should insult to this animation, editing, but I could have been better. Just saying. Oh, that is not
And then,
part.
Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue dogs. This memory
12 by
is
6.
distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one
Wait,
that
no,
happened
that's
more
backwards.
recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works?
No.
All I know is that this is the moment where you
No.
picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're
I
all
think-
collected.
Oh,
It
no.
was a moment
What?
unlike any other.
If I
Except
do
for the other
it,
moments picking up figurines, which it was
Yes.
exactly like.
I can do this easily. I can do this. Let's try make number 6.
And then there was no more, because we caught up to the present moment.
What's it bring me away?
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Well, I guess it's over.
No,
Oh,
no, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop
I
the
said,
loading screen.
"Whoop, that's
Isn't
all."
there some way we can
Or something
stay
like
here
that,
and
yeah.
keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
This is the
and see
weirdest
how
looking
that
TV I've
feels.
ever seen. Oh, I can't close it. Okay. Well, we have to do the red door. No, actually, the blue door.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
More.
All the figurines
More
we looked at in our initial tour of the
figurines.
memory zone. This
More
one is the most
figurines.
distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
More.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
You found the boss's office.
Yes, I love that video.
Reverse. Oh, so you see that, like, white line on the ground?
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Solid. It was a good room. I like the room. I like the apple in the center as well.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
Oh,
I'm
muted.
very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
The dog temptation. Oh, not doing anything. Boss's bathroom. Boss's bathroom is not there. Okay. I should choose boss's bathroom. It makes more sense for me to do that for me to open.
This was our second figure. Don't you remember? Yes, I
Fond
remember
memory.
it too.
Fond
The
memory.
past is truly a wonderful thing.
And then the room with
Why
all
does
the,
anyone choose to leave it?
Then the creepy room. Yeah. So it's weird to have a Oh wait, no, I didn't have a memory of the
This is
memories.
it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Yep. I'm
I
going
want
away.
more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The collectible thing. Remember this? We still can't grab that one though, sadly. I wonder if I could jump in this jump circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. Oh yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yes, surely. And the room.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Memory's a strange thing.
I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Well, anyways, for now, that's the end of this game. Hope you enjoyed, and well,
All of his code
I
was
shall
gone. What could it mean? Stanley
I
decided
shall
to go
see
to the
you
museum.
guys
Perhaps
again
he'd
later.
silenced a memo.
Wait, hold on, I'm trying to, wait. I think there's something right now. Hold on. How did we originally get to... Wait. Okay, the new content door does not exist. So I'm trying to think how we got to the place with the replay button. Where it had just like gone all sandy, you know, all sandy. There, okay, okay. Let's watch a bit of something just to remember. Essentially exited out. This was here. That right down there. The epilogue. So, let's what? There we go. We're back. We're back to this place. Now, the epilogue. Epilogue. My camera's flipped, so that way is different. Like it's appeal. Seems different. Looks different. Let's do this. Epilogue. Many years later. 5 years later. Rushes through this very burning desert. By a fire that I think the bread on. I can't walk on the fire. As a sandstorm rushes over, you see many chairs. Sunset. Then the memory zone. Back to memory zone. Memory zone's been turned to shambles. Oh, but this review still stands. Like I said, I enjoyed the time with the original Science Fair, which underscores how truly disappointed I am. Okay, that's ice. How truly disappointed I am with its sequel, where the first game is teamed with originality. The Stanley Parable is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into a territory nobody asked for. Wait. Yeah. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the old bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, the uninspired side quest, collecting figurines. Even this division feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from the something, and then cat dog. No more spin-offs, no more sequels.
Jim,
The last of the gym buttons. The Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013. Its creators made a plan to build the property into an entire franchise, but disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as is outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. Read the press release. We thought that we had the vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out they could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and stop assaulting fans with ridiculous and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in this press release. Okay, this direction, I guess. More gym buttons. I guess the last of the gym buttons is a pretty fine population. Ooh, follow the wire. I don't more Bigleys. Stanley Reeds. 26. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Then let's drag it through the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was Nero's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're gonna make this a Stanley Parable 2. It's simple. All you need to do is change the number of the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. I just want to make it a very long name. Pocket full of train station. Pocket full of computer. Pocket full of full pen. Pocket full of train station. No more space. Stanley Parable 3. No more space. That's the perfect name. The Stanley Parable 3. No more space. That's absurd. I love it. Every time we restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1. Then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this ever. Any more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? Yes, we should. Shake my hand. Let's do it. Good, that's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. You know what? Since you put that in my game, I feel like I'm giving you something as well. You see, I'm not saying that the narrator didn't find a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect it. No. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright then. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're all in this together. I'm not gonna sing the song. I might get copyright. We're gonna keep this train rolling. The same parable cannot end. It can only spiral in itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. It's him again. I gotta wait till it turns to 23. It's currently 7:22. Oh, see? Once it turns to 23, I'll hit the button. Come on. I got this. We can do this. Come on. Yes, I will stare at this camera until it turns 23. There. 23. Yeah, that's a good amount of visibility. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. I will! But, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Let's get that achievement. Wait, if I press epilogue again, does it go to the same menu? Or a different one? No, same menu, same. Viscosity still exists. Wait. It's not my preferred level of viscosity. What's those options between original and not the original? This is a whoops. Again. To the new content door! Away we go! It should be there. Actually, this is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bingo! To go further that direction. Oh, it just skips the entire scene now. Which, yeah, fair. By the way, that mug I pulled out of the side. Hot chocolate.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable is a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever,
Woo!
2.
Don't care about anything around us. Just look at the crowd. Look at... Yeah, I'm kidding. Oh, actually, oh, I just realized this. It's 200 numerals. It looks nice, but
an entirely
can't
new
believe it did that.
experience built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities? They could go in so many different directions. This is what fans...
We want to get that achievement! We need the achievement! I gotta make it so that you guys can see when I get the achievement. There. Oh, here we go.
Exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much... Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What? Office decorations. Maybe we'll be able to change it.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
Just click this. Because last time we clicked this, and it made this. So let's click this and make this.
Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday,
yes!
At least it is. Actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I'd made my decision when moving on.
Collectibles. I don't think we're collecting more though. Yeah, the way I don't want to.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement, as you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You've got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley,
Thank you, Time Man.
I didn't do anything to it, I swear. It was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are you being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure.
I think it needs more creamer.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable tool.
Talking to me.
Just believe.
That's it. But anyways, guys, that's the true end of this video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys way later.